So I'm making kind of a different video today, and also my cat is right there and she's probably gonna bother me throughout this video. Um, Prior to filming this, I drank half a bottle of Hennessy and I decided that I want to film an everyday makeup tutorial and also yap because I just got back from a 4-day vacation with my girlfriend question mark unlabeled situationship. I don't know. um but yeah, let's get started. um I'm very alternative. I look kind of basic right now though because I'm trying to get a job. But anyways, so if you want to do my fun alt makeup, this is the tutorial. Anyways, wash your face beforehand because that's important. So I also have like kind of bad acne. Mostly like I think I've grown out of it. It was probably like hormonal acne combined with stress because like ever since I got out of the really toxic situationship I had with my ex and like all the abuse I went through and fighting every day and everything, my acne basically went away, but I feel like I should, to be safe, use this like blemish control primer. And I don't just use that as a primer, I use the e.l.f. like sheer tint sunscreen as well. I'm not gonna tell y'all like shades or anything because I'm pale as fuck and no one is this color. So then I like mix the two like in my hands and just put it all over my face with focus on my eyes, chin, nose, and cheeks because that's where most of my breakouts happen, and that's also where I put the majority of my makeup. So, yeah. I'm probably gonna delete this after I upload it or just once I'm sober, but it's okay. Get a beauty blender. Mine's normally damp. It still is damp because I had my makeup this morning. Well, I was getting ready to leave and I just got back from the pool at my apartment and I showered and everything, and Shaylin just left. Oops, I probably shouldn't have said her name, but it's not like any of y'all are gonna find her anyways. So after I do my primer, I do my concealer. I do like under the eyes, on the chin, the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and my forehead. And before I blend my concealer out, I also do liquid contour. That is not the right thing. Oh my god. Maybe I'm too drunk for this, but I have this thing called gay audacity, which is basically where I'm gay and I think I can do anything partially just because of how resourceful I have to be as a gay person. So for my contour, I do my cheeks. I do under the tip of my nose, a little bit over. I do the sides of the bridge of my nose. And I do my forehead because I have a big ass forehead, even though my bangs cover it for the most part. So then I start by blending out the concealer on my chin. And then normally I'll like start blending out the contour on my forehead. And then I'll do my cheekbones. And I kind of contour my cheekbones really messy because I go back in with concealer and clean it up, which you will see later. And then I start by like the tip of my nose concealer, and then I blend down with the contour under the tip of my nose, and then I blend like over, and then I start blending the sides. I kind of try to blend it up into like under my eyebrows, you know. I hope you can see the vision here. And then I blend my nose. I blend it kind of up and then down as well. And I start blending my forehead, and I try to like mostly focus on bringing it down and connecting it with the bridge of my nose. kind of like that. And then last, I blend out the concealer under my eye, and I try to get a little bit on top of my eye and use some of that to like clean up the edge of the contour that's on the bridge of my nose. And then I blend the same way I did on the other eye, except for I have to not be as cautious because on this side, obviously, I have to blend around my eyebrow piercing, and it looks like gross right now because it got caught on something earlier and it bled because it's still not completely healed. Okay, so once I've done my contour on my cheekbones doesn't look that messy. So normally when it doesn't look messy, I just leave it alone because sometimes I will mess it up and then I'll do a little line here. Or if I'm just trying to look extra cunty because I look borderline drag queen makeup-esque. Disregard me like rubbing my eyes. They're like watering nonstop because I went in the pool with contact lenses in and you're not supposed to. And to be honest, I can't even remember if I took them out before I washed my makeup off. But now my eyes are really irritated. Give me a second. Wait. I'm slow. Anyways, I just had to use a Q-tip to wipe all the tears off because my eye is watering kind of nonstop, but it's okay. I'm gonna touch up my concealer since I just wiped a lot of it off. And hopefully my eye will quit watering. Okay, so anyways, next I do my blush. It's the NYX Butter Blush if anyone cares. I use like this brush, and because this blush is like really pigmented, I just do a dab on one side, a dab on the other, a dab on my nose, and then I blend. Because if I don't do it this way, it will be overdone and I will look foolish. So then after I've done that, I kind of change gears and move to my eyebrows. So depending on the scenario, I'll either use my colored like tinted brow gel or I'll use the pen. Normally when I use the tinted brow gel, it's when I'm getting in the water because it's waterproof. But since I'm not doing that and I'm kind of just doing my makeup for fun and aesthetic purposes, I'm using my like pencil pen thing. So then I kind of just go in and I do like back and forth strokes. So I know this kind of like tears up the applicator on this, but I don't care because also I've had this pen for like 2 years now and it hasn't torn up on me yet. So I kind of start by like focusing on the front part of my brow and then feather out. And my eyebrows always look goofy at first. This is one of those like trust the process moments. And then I go back and I fill in the edge of my brow. I kind of have to do my eyebrows around my eyebrow piercing. I don't really care though. I think it's cool and I used to have an eyebrow split. Next, I go in with my brow gel. This is like e.l.f.'s like laminating brow gel, but like, I don't know. It's not the greatest, and I prefer NYX's like eyebrow glue shit, but they didn't have it at Kroger, and I desperately needed new eyebrow gel, so I bought this. So then I kind of just like blend out my eyebrow pencil while like also like gluing down my eyebrows. And that's kind of it for the brows. Most people probably don't even have to do this and can get by with brow gel, but unfortunately my eyelashes and my eyebrows are like white, so I can't. Next, I go in with my highlighter. It's the blush lighter from Wet n Wild, and I know they're like cheap ass dollar store shit, but honestly, it's the brightest like highlighter that I've been able to find for cheap, and I really like bold, like bright highlighter. So very like 2016 makeup. You can tell when I learned to do my makeup just by highlighting under the brow, because a lot of people apparently don't do that anymore, but I learned how to do makeup in 2017 and was taught by James Charles tutorials before he got canceled for being a pedo. And I don't care that he's a pedo when it comes to makeup shit, because he taught me everything. I'm not gonna change how I do my makeup. But yeah, I do the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, under the eyebrows, and the top of my cheekbones. And now we're on to the fun part, because I hate doing my base, it's boring. To start, let me grab it. I do black, like, eyeliner crayon on my waterline. And this shit's very dull because I was on vacation and didn't bring a sharpener, and I don't care to sharpen it right now. This eye look is gonna be extra fun because of how drunk I am. And I'm gonna finish off this bottle of like pre-mixed margarita because it's really good. Oh my lord. Why is this way harder than I thought it would be? Whatever. It's good enough for now. So I do a few different looks when it comes to my like everyday eye makeup. Like I kind of rotate between 3 different looks, and I think I'm gonna do my kind of favorite one that I don't really do that much anymore just because I've been leaning into a darker aesthetic. But I'm gonna do it just because I want to. So to start, after you do the black waterline, get some black eyeshadow. And normally I'll start with like a tiny brush like this size, and I'll grab some and start at the very outer corner and blend it with the waterline as well to kind of create like this type of shape. Okay, I'm fighting for my life. And then the same over here. I think what's not helping is the fact that I drove like 7.5 hours today. But that's neither here nor there. So after you've done like the outer corner part of your eye, I go in with a bigger brush and more black and blend like up like that. And I don't touch the under eye as much as I did with the tiny brush, because I try to look a little bit like I have bags under my eyes, but not take it too far to the point where it's like, damn, that bitch smudged her eye makeup. So then this is kind of like something I haven't really seen anyone else do, but I love it. I go back in with my blush after I've done like the black under eye, and I'll just kind of like blend it down like that. And it kind of gives you like an eye bag type look without like looking like your makeup's running, and also looking kind of like I did it on purpose. I don't know how to explain the vision here, but I do that too. After that, I have this little silver Ulta eyeshadow panel thing. I don't know what it's called. Pot. That. This is the shade Frozen. In case anyone wants like a good silver eyeshadow. This is my favorite. And then I'll start with like a little flat brush. And I'll kind of just paint it on. Like that. And then once I go in with that, I get more black with a fluffy brush. Just the tiniest bit, because I'm just using it to kind of take the upper outer corner and blend it like over the hood of my eye. Like that. And the order of this doesn't really make sense, I'm gonna be honest. But this is how I do it, and this is how I like it. And you can't get the same results doing like the normal order of eyeshadow. So, yeah. And then I go back over where it's kind of like too black over the hood of my eye. And I'll do like that. So then after I've done my eyeshadow, I go in with a white like eye crayon eyeshadow stick thing, and I start like at the center and I go like all the way under like that, and then a little bit over the top, and then kind of like that, because I like the bright inner corners. And then, doing my eyeliner drunk is gonna be fun. So I use liquid liner. This is like a liquid liner pencil. It's the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner, if anyone cares. And basically, the shadow of my eyebrow jewelry is fucking with me. But anyways, I kind of like start from like the innermost corner and try to stick to my lash line like that. I do the other side same way. I try to stick as close to my lash line as possible because I have really hooded eyes, and if I overline my lids, you can't really see anything but black. Oh my god, I'm too drunk to do my eyeliner, and this is kind of ass. Oh god, I fucked up. It's okay. I'm gonna get a Q-tip, and I use micellar water. And I do this anyways to clean up my eyeliner, but normally I don't have to clean up my lid, but evidently I'm too drunk to do it correctly, so I'm cleaning it up. So now that I've wiped a good portion of my eyeshadow off, I'm just gonna put it back on the spot that I just wiped off. And I'm gonna try again. Oh my god. Maybe I shouldn't. It looks done enough for me to probably just leave it alone. Oh god. Whatever. Whatever. It's gonna look goofy. It's okay. And now we're gonna try to do my wing. Ooh, I really hate that dot. I'm gonna have to at least fix that. Yeah. Okay. This part is gonna be very difficult. So, for my wing, sometimes I'll do like a straight wing or like a slightly downturned wing, or I'll go up a little bit and really short. I think what's easiest for me to do right now is probably gonna be like a straight wing, but we'll see. We're gonna start out there. And then I do the same on the other side. Kind of like that. And then I'll go out and connect it more to the head of my eye, like that. Same thing here. And my eyeliner is pretty much always like a trust the process thing. I kind of like always do it like extra bulky and whatever. And then I'll go in and hopefully this will only take a couple tries. I'll go in with a Q-tip and some micellar water and I will lift up and just very gently swipe the underneath, and I use the other part of the Q-tip to dry and wipe off the excess. And then I do the same thing over here. I'm probably gonna have to sharpen this one back up, but yeah. Back to the topic of my vacation. I had a lot of fun, and we drank a lot, like every night. So I'm in a slightly alcoholic mood. Okay, this wing I like, so now I'm just kind of gonna try to fix this wing to mostly match. I don't focus too much on matching as long as it's the same general shape, because I actually have two different eye shapes. So as long as I have like the same style, like either upturn, downturn, or straight, I don't really care how even it is beyond that, as long as it looks good. Because technically speaking, my eyeliner will never be 100% even, because my eyes are two different shapes. Oh my god, I'm fighting for my life. Okay. I feel like this is gonna have to be good enough, like, yeah. Okay. So after that, my eye makeup is pretty much done. I kind of do shit out of order. I do my setting spray first, and then I will do either a lip tint, chapstick, or a lip oil or gloss. I'm doing a gloss. This is the mango flavored lip oil from Ulta. And I kind of have an emotional attachment to these. Unfortunately, they remind me of what I first got with Tori before she was evil. Anyways, so then after that, oh, the cushion's missing from my lash curler. That's not good. I have no idea where it might be. So hopefully I don't rip my lashes out trying to curl them. So then I curl my lashes. I doubt this is gonna work because the cushion's completely missing, but whatever. And then this is Essence Lash Princess Curl and Volume Mascara, and I do the top lash, and then the bottom lash. And sometimes I'll do pink for the bottom lash, but I don't really feel like doing all that right now. Then I re-dip it and I do the other eye, the exact same thing. I'm making goofy faces, sorry guys. Apparently that means I'm like super locked in. I don't know how true that is, but apparently that's what it means. Okay, so this is like the finished look. I think I'm eating. I don't know. If anyone actually watched this, thank you for watching. And I don't have a ton to say because I feel like I don't need to share every detail of my life right now because I'm drunk and you can say crazy shit you didn't mean to say or want people to know. And I know better now because I've blacked out enough times to know that I have no business saying everything I'm thinking. But anyways, my trip was really fun and this is how I do my everyday makeup. Bye.